There we go. Good morning, lovelies. Well, morning for literally everyone but the three of us because we're in Europe. But nonetheless, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I'm going to drop the card. And we are missing a person. I think he's going to drop in a bit because he's already awake. Because here he is saying good morning, all. So we're waiting on you, Jody.
Mhm.
Anyway, how has everyone been this week?
I am super well.
That is
I am
awesome.
super happy. I am doing great. How are you, my friend? You guys doing all right?
Yeah, no, but yeah.
Lot of stuff to be aware of because I want to make my campaign next month, and I've been in Syria all morning yesterday trying to figure out some stuff for the campaign, and I still have a lot to do, but just trying to kick ass till then. So, and I'm starting to get that emotional catastrophe. Try to control that right now. So let's see how it goes.
Stuff like that happens, my friend.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Yeah.
No, I've just been stretched thin the last week, so like I've had so many things to do that this is literally the first time this week that I've been able to draw.
Oh man.
So yeah, like delivery for there he is.
Yeah.
There we go.
Hey,
Good
Joe.
morning, Joe.
Good morning. Still trying to get everything set up here because I'm going to have to do this digitally because I don't have a
No
second
worries.
camera to do what I normally do with the manual. So,
But yeah, no.
That's what I call a sexy voice right there. So
Oh yeah.
you and Barry White,
Oh, yeah.
you and Barry White, man. I don't know which one is better, but you're both sexy voices, man. Awesome.
Definitely, my voice is sexy. Good job. Nice.
Yeah. Oh man. But yeah, Joe got that Fernando kind of voice.
Oh yeah.
That Barry White. Okay. Let's do some work.
Get the
Let's have some work done.
going. Where's my stylus? Over here.
No, this week was delivery hell, and then it was organization hell, and then it was more hell, and it was, all the kinds of hell that you can imagine. Because this Monday, I should have the variant covers for Love and Korra 5 delivered, together with the main copies, actually, the fixed ones. Okay, fine. I wasn't home Monday, I had to work my side job. So they would try again the next day. On Tuesday, I had to work my side job as well. Instead of sending it over to a pickup point near me, would have still sucked because it's a pallet full of boxes, but closer. They send it to a sorting center 30 miles away.
Woo! I love when they do that.
Yeah, not if you don't have a car.
That's
And so my dad and I picked it up yesterday, and we were just happy to be able to do so because he's a teacher, so he had a school holiday, luckily, or I would have, not been able to pick anything up.
Yeah.
So, there's that, and just everything at once. It's one of those weeks, but yeah.
It happens, man. I'm sorry that happened to you.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, once you're a manager of projects long enough, you just go, okay, we'll fix it like this then. You know, you stop caring about the problem and you start caring about the solutions to it.
Yeah. I hear you on that one.
Okay, so what are you working on today, guys?
Well,
I'm just going to be out here sketching. I'm just trying to get everything set up where you guys can see everything on my tablet. And we're almost there.
Yeah, I was going to say you nearly got it properly set up. But yeah, no, like I'm working on page 18A for Lava Chorus 6. And this is page 18B, which I hope to be able to finish as well. At least the sketching part. I'm not going to be able to ink it today. I'm not going to, yeah, but we're going to get it done. And what is Rich up to?
Oh, well, this is page 19 of chapter 3.
Hell yeah.
Nice. It is. I can't wait to finish this up, but I'm going to take my time doing it. All right. I'm going to, as soon as I finish drawing this traditionally, I'm going to ink this digitally, and then when it's offered as a Kickstarter reward, I'm going to ink it afterwards. So I'm going to do that.
Sweet. Good morning, Sugar. Good morning, Dave of Genuine Comics. I hope you all have had a wonderful week.
Morning, Lou.
Sorry?
Who are you saying good morning to?
To Genuine Comics and Sugar Chris.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sure.
Let me see.
Okay, that's a little bit better.
Okay, so.
Okay, I have to fill out 2 pages. Then, there we go.
So I'm working on page 3. Not working, I'm just thinking because the comic is basically done. I'm just inking a couple of pages to sell
Nice.
during the campaign. So yeah. So this is a little cameo. I don't know if you know what this is right now. I think Mike might know.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just a little cameo from Life on Cover, the plushie that Mike done for the series. So yeah,
That's adorable,
she's on my
dude.
wife's doll store. So yeah, I put my wife's name there too. So yeah, it's this page is looking great, and I'm going to link a little bit of this panel with Gabriel right there doing his thing. Oops. Okay, so let's do this. Oops.
Don't sound too excited.
Okay.
Man, Nita should have fucking stayed. I don't know why
she doesn't.
Not like that, man.
She doesn't do the art stuff. It's fine. And she has a lot to do on the background, so it's fine. Okay. She doesn't have to join.
She's putting out a big old gut. What's she's doing? Hi, I'm Nita, and I just preside over everything while I eat my Doritos, and everybody else does all the work. Yeah, that's right. If you're watching the show, I did say that.
Rich, behave yourself, please.
All right.
We're supposed to be a calming, relaxing morning show, and here you are, bitching at the.
Yeah, Mike Jimmy is trying to imitate Bob Ross, trying to put people to sleep and keep them all nice and calm. And we all know how Rich is. Rich want to bust people's balls like no tomorrow. So it works out.
That is exactly what I do, and I do that with great relish.
We know that's the worst part.
Well, I'm not going to do it now because you asked me to. You asked me not to do it, so I will not do it.
Just
I am. I'm not
Mama your gemmas.
What?
Comb your tits.
I just did.
He hasn't even got it started yet. That's the thing, Mike. He hasn't started yet. He's still in the how are you? Nice to see you type mode yet. Again, Mike Jimmy has not been on the pop streams as of yet, where we get kind of like more of like the Rich that we all know and love.
Yeah, the problem is it's Sunday nights, and I just do not do Sunday nights because usually I have to work my side job the next morning.
I know how you feel, my friend. I do. But yeah. Since I got this, since I got the full-time job that I have, it's been a little bit difficult to try and go live as often as I would like to have gone because
yeah,
the worst thing about some of the public transportation here in the UK is it doesn't time itself properly, especially on the way home, because I leave my job at 3:30. I get to the train station at 3:44. Train shows up, and then it misses the connecting train by 2 minutes, so I have to wait another 20 minutes for that. And then when I get to Nottingham Station, I'm late by 2 minutes for the bus to take me home, and then I have to wait another 20 minutes for that one. So we're talking 40 extra minutes for a commute that should only take maybe a little bit more than an hour, and I'm just like, well, that really sucks. So it's like, okay, what am I going to do now? I mean, whatever time I do, I try and write. I try and do some editing. I do whatever I can to make myself a little bit more useful than I actually am. And then at that point, that's when I'm just, after a while, it gets frustrating because I would like to just get home by around a little bit after 5 o'clock and then, relax, decompress, and then go live like around 7 or 8. But by the time I get home, it's about 6 or a little bit earlier than that. And then I'm like, okay, I'm in decompression mode. But then the decompression lasts a good 2 hours. And before I know it, I'm on my 4th episode of Ozark. It's like, oh, great. What is it now? 10 o'clock? Oh, charming. So then I'm like, yeah, that kind of stinks. So, I'm very thankful that you invited me onto the show as a last minute. Thank you. I'm honored. I really am, actually, because I adore you guys. You guys are fantastic.
Well, really I do like having you around. I know you're.
You're very generous because there are times when I could be a little bit of a tool bag, but there are times when I also shine like a human being should. So thank you very much.
That's part of your charm.
Welcome, man. Anytime.
That's part of your charm.
Anytime.
Yeah, it is.
I'm better charming as a.
I'm just happy you don't hold grudges.
Not yet. So I hold grudges all right. I just keep them all personal. I don't say anything until I strike like the cobra. Growl. Wait, cobras don't growl. They hiss.
No, they hiss. Yeah, I was about to say.
Like Russell Allen, he hisses all the time. Because he's a little snake. Ugly one, too. Actually, the more I make fun of him, I actually really love the guy. He's a wonderful human being.
Yes, he is.
He's such a sweetheart. Has he talked to you guys about what's going on with him? Health-wise?
Not lately. I haven't been able to keep up with anyone, really. I haven't been able to keep up with real life, so.
I'm sorry to hear that. It's not always fun, this business that we're all in. We know a lot. Because we want to do everything we can, and we want to be around for our fans and whatnot. But sometimes it's just, sometimes it's a little bit too much. It is. If you really think about it, it can become a little bit too much.
So in better
So
news,
we lost.
I am.
Sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
We lost Neil Adams a couple of days ago, and
Yeah.
James Bama from the guy who's yesterday, I think, that he used to be a cover artist from. I always forgot the name of that character. Doctor. Fuck, the bronze guy. Man. What's the name of the guy? James. Man, Dr. Savage, please. Oh man, I love that character, and I forgot. Yeah, we lost that one too. We lost that artist too. Great artist.
Okay, just give me a sec, guys. Here.
Yeah. No worries.
Okay. Yeah, we lost James Bama. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm. The downside of heroes is that, well, they become heroes by the time that you forget how long it took them to become heroes.
The thing is with Neil Adams is that he really fought for artists' rights, especially with for the rights to goes back to the Superman creators. Because they just sell the Superman rights for a couple of bucks, and their name never was in any of the merchandising or whatever rights they had the right to have. So yeah, he fought for that, and that was amazing what he done for those such that. And I'm a little drunk, so sorry. Yeah, for those guys, yeah, that was.
It's like not even 4. It's like it's barely 3:30. What did you have to drink?
Yeah, I've drank some. I've drank some wine. I just finished lunch a couple of minutes ago, just before coming to the live stream. So yeah, just a little bit, not too much. I might. Yeah, I'm gonna grab another glass of wine. Just give me a second.
Nice.
I didn't have too much, but let me go get another gram of it so I can have it while I'm drawing. God.
Hey, it loses it loses at the hands. Okay, it's fine.
Let's just hope it doesn't loosen up his bowels while he's drawing. It's,
Oh yeah.
I know it's disgusting, but that is that's just.
No wait.
Oh, I know.
Creatures don't have that kind of tail. They have proper. Yeah.
I miss it a lot. I miss doing this on a constant basis. Now I can, because now I budgeted my time a little bit better. But sometimes
it's not easy. It really isn't. Like a lot of people forget. Like, yeah, it's super hard to get everything in order and be able to keep up. And I don't know if you're still taking independent work, but yeah, it's rough.
it's very rough. Can be. Can be very rough. It really can, because it doesn't give us. We don't really have that much time for any type of break or anything.
Exactly.
We can't really decompress. I mean, earlier today, I was. I'm sorry, Joe. You were going to say something. Were you?
No, he's muted.
Okay.
He's still having a phone call. But yeah, it's like being an independent means that you don't have days off. Period. And yeah, it's killer.
It can be. Can be.
And I'm starting to feel it very well as well, because man, with weeks like these and just having to manage everything while, you know, you wake up and you turn on your Wi-Fi and your phone explodes. Yeah,
Your
no,
phone?
not literally, like with messages.
Oh, okay, all right.
You know,
What about that?
messages,
I was like, holy
emails.
shit.
No, I did. I did get myself a new phone though because the last one finally actually died.
Oh,
No.
Okay.
I'm sorry. That's right.
It happens. I'm actually very happy with the one I got, so it's cool.
So I've seen the last yesterday. Yeah, today's Saturday. Yeah, Saturday. Yeah, I've seen the video with Daphne talking about Daphne and Nita talking about what happened to Daphne during her campaign
Mhm.
about that money. I haven't finished to watching the video because I had to do some stuff, but I'll finish it later. But uh, I was thinking about launching this book on Kickstarter, but right now I think, well, I don't think, I'm positive, 100% certain that I will not do that because that must
Well,
be horrible to have that feeling that you think that you're going to make the goals and fulfill
but what you got
everything
to keep
that you
in.
have in mind to satisfy
Mhm.
the backers, and then you just get that slap, just like a baseball bat in the stomach, and that's awful, very awful.
And what you got to
Probably,
keep in mind too, for a second, if I may.
yes, sir.
Right now, you already have a successful Indiegogo campaign, so the people that supported you on Indiegogo will be coming back. Maybe not all of them, but definitely like 70% at least. So it would be a disadvantage for yourself to try and rebuild that same audience on Kickstarter right now.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Yeah, I'm not gonna be very uh, let's say stressful this time because my goal will be to print the book during the campaign because I did some commissions and I'm getting some money, and my goal will be, if I can, to print the book during the campaign and show that everything is done. So I won't
Sweet, yeah.
be very, I won't be very worried about that, about trying to get the money to do the
Mhm.
printing. So yeah, so
Do
that's
you
that's the
want
thing. That's
to?
one of the things that I really had to take care of yesterday
Mhm.
in town. Try to understand some stuff and trying to figure it out how I'm going to do some stuff. And my main goal will be to launch the Sin Killers, the second book, during the campaign because I don't want to stress like I did last time if I'm going to print it or not, how many, whatever. So yeah.
Honestly, that is the easy part. You know, you calculate everything in, and you know how much is going to cost, and that's what you do the
Yeah.
crowdfunder for. So you know that. And do you still want to do it through me and Critical Blast, or do
No,
you want to
I'm not gonna.
fulfill?
I'm not
Mhm.
gonna do with the critical blast this time because not because I didn't like RJ's method, because
Mhm.
I really was very happy to have him. Just because I'm gonna have the Sin Killer on a comic book website here
Ah,
in
okay.
Portugal, one of a great comic book website, I might say, and I must have issues with me so I can sell through that to that website. So that's
Okay.
why I won't be using RJ's critical
But
blast service this time.
if you like print them where you are and you send in one big package, you will still save money. That's what I'm doing with Marvel Horror.
I have to see, because here in Portugal, I can get books in the United States for €5 or €6. So
Are you? Wow. Okay. Whoa.
Yeah, because everything that is a book is a cultural item here in Portugal, so you will have a big discount. I just found out after I did the campaign, the first campaign. So it was a lady that told me, the prices, but I knew a couple of weeks before from a guy that I really didn't believe him at that time. But then I went to the post office and they said, instead of just paying 12 or 14 euros, you can pay 5 or 6, because everything that is cultural in Portugal will have a big discount. And I sent at the same price to Australia and to Peru also. So
wow.
Yeah,
be careful with that. It's okay. So that's nice. Don't get me wrong. Like, kudos, but be careful, because there may be strict rules to it. Like, if you add stickers or prints or whatsoever to it, that it may actually add a price to it nonetheless.
No, I send original art to Peru and Australia too, with that price.
Okay. Oh wow, that's awesome, man.
Yeah, only not only the book, but inside I send original pieces for both countries after the campaign was done. And if I knew I was using that method, because instead of 12 or 15 or 14, whatever, it depends of what I'm sending. 5, 6 to 12, 15, 14, whatever is. And I can sign the books, and I can personalize the. I can make a sketch inside the cover, whatever. I still trying to work it out how I'm going to do that part. But
I need to start fulfilling in Portugal. Holy crap, that is super cheap, man.
Yeah. But the only thing that I have to figure out how I'm going to do it, it's the part of the tracking, because I don't think the tracking is available with that. So that might be a problem. But I'm gonna see if I can find out a way to. I'm going to investigate more. I'm going to search more about that. And I'm going to spend a few hours with the chief of staff of the post office, just to figure it out how I can do the shipping, and make sure that everybody will get the book without the track, or if there is any way that I can make that work. I still don't know. I'm working on that. I'm stressing a little bit, but looks like I'm going to make that way. So yeah,
that would be very nice. Yeah.
Let me get a moment to look at a chat and say good morning to Facebook user. I don't know who you are, but nonetheless, I hope you're having a wonderful morning. And yes, it is good. It is good to see people drawing in real time again. And
what are you drinking? Are you drinking wine, my friend?
Oh yeah.
All right, man. I gotta break out like I gotta get my. I don't know. Maybe I should, and I gotta get one of those. What the hell are those things? I forgot the name of those. Not beer. The sweet beer, but that's not beer. Like I forgot the name of it.
A little. No, we do note. I do notice. I do look over to the chat, but this is honestly, discussing and getting work done and just hanging out. So, good morning. And Indiegogo does not take a smaller cut than Kickstarter. They both use Stripe right now, and they take a 3 to 5% cut. So in total, you're gonna get 10% off either way. And good morning, Eagle Rider and Pastmaster Dan as well.
Hello, Eagle Rider. Hello, Deathmaster Dan, whatever.
I'm having a quick smoke, so I can look at who's talking. Oh my god, I'm so worn
that's
out.
not a good sign. Anytime when
Yeah.
people yawn, that means other people going to yawn, and people going to be like, "Oh, sleepy time."
Yeah, man, don't do that.
Hmm.
Yawn.
Trust me, I would die for a nap. Actually, I'd die for just 2 days of straight sleep right now.
Where the hell did I just put that blade? Man, break. God damn it. Sorry, go ahead, continue. Watch this out. Ah,
So, Joe, you've got something coming up on Kickstarter soon, aren't you?
Yes, I got issue number 7 of Amazonia coming up on Kickstarter sometime around the 20th, 21st, or 22nd of May.
Nice.
are you
Wow.
are you watching it on any particular podcast?
I need to start signing up for podcasts again, and again, being one that I run my own is kind of like one of those things where it's like it's like a third or fourth thought, because a lot of times I sit back and think to myself, it's like, well, what I'm going to do for my show, I still got during my campaign, I got at least 4 shows to do, not including any impromptu live that I do for the Kickstarter campaign. And then on top of that, I have to schedule others to be on other people's shows. And that's where the problem lies at. It's like, where I'm going to find all this time, how much time I got to take off of my 9 to 5, because most people's streams are between, I would say, 9 a.m. and 5:30 p.m., which is normally
Yeah.
work at. So that means I have to schedule. It's like whatever shows that I schedule is not late at night or after I get off of work, I have to take a day off work to do.
Well, I mean, I know the Raging 2 network has quite a few later shows, so that helps. But yeah, it's always a hassle. I mean, I did 11 shows for the first weekend on Lava Cora 5, and that was killer. So, whew, I'm glad I'm done with that.
So, what's the schedule for your working schedule, Joe?
My normal work schedule is 8. I have to be there at 8:30 in the morning. I get off at 5. Normally, I'm free right about 6:30, 7 o'clock in the evening.
Yeah, because you still have a couple of morning shows, so that's a shame.
Yeah,
so say if you have a morning show, it's like one of those things where it's like, no, I have to pass on that, only because I can't. Well, I need to schedule ahead of time that I could actually be a part of that stream, or else I'm going to be like, no, I have to pass. Yeah. And even sometimes, depending on the workload, I might actually be like, okay, I want to be late just to do X, Y, and Z real quick for a show.
Yeah, it's hard to plan around things. I know full well. My side job always wants me to get 4 or 5 days in every week instead of the 2 or 3 that I hope for. And yeah, I have to cut my planner down, but like, no, I'm a freelancer. Don't make your problem my problem, because I can't keep up. and like this week I had 3 days of starting at 6:30 and leaving at 6. So
Wow.
yeah,
Okay.
that's not fun.
Yep. And you, Rich?
What about me?
It's you get home at 6. You said that you were getting home at 6, and then
Well, the thing with me is that you see, I'm realizing very slowly that if I'm going to get any type of art done, I have to do it early in the morning. So I usually get up at around 4 o'clock,
Mhm.
and whatever time I have to take the commute, I downloaded Sketchbook onto my phone, and I have a stylus, so I'll do quick thumbnails of how I'm going to draw my pages or whatnot. And once I do that, I send them. It sounds silly, but I send them to myself, and then I make sure that I can transfer them onto the paper, blue line, and then that's when I can draw. So time is of a premium, but if you budget yourself correctly, you can really literally accomplish anything as long as you know what the hell you're doing. And
Yeah.
that's just how I roll. It's nothing stops me, and nothing ever will.
Mhm.
But the point being is that yeah, it's going to be tough, but it's not. It's not tough only because this is something that you love to do. If you
Yeah.
if it's tough for you, I'm not you not you, but just in general, that it's some if it's not worth doing, then don't do it. It's like,
Yeah.
I mean, I love this enough where it's like instead of going out on this incredibly beautiful day, I'm sitting in here, I'm drawing to my heart's content and making sure that I tell some sort of story that has some sort of cohesive, tangent and whatnot, because I love doing what I do and I'm damn good at it. So I shouldn't stop for anything. But I can understand the apprehension as far as bringing it and doing it on a semi-consistent basis when you have other obligations. It's not easy. It's not easy, but it's not impossible.
Oh, for sure. I mean, planning is super hard. And my main problem is that I can't schedule my time because my planner sometimes gives me um, a notice at like 5 p.m. That I have to work the next day. At which point, like I can't say no, and he knows I can't say no. Um, or if I had a side job day before, but I need the next day off, you get back at 6, between 5 and 6. He leaves at 6, at 5. So I literally can't say no because you can't afford it to, well, you can't do it toward against your colleagues. It's really annoying, and yeah, that's what's killing me mostly right now. It's like I can't plan ahead.
So instead of planning a time to do what you need to do, just plan for that day that you're going to split up those things that you're going to do. And it
Yeah,
doesn't
but
matter if it's like a half hour. Like if you only get a half hour drawing in, a half hour more than we had the last time.
yeah, of course. Like, and don't get me wrong. But on side job days, because it's such um, heavy labor, like it's being a mover. I mean, the 12-hour days of moving heavy boxes full of books and furniture. I I made myself the promise I would not be drawing. I do a ton of other things because drawing is like 20% of my job at the most.
Yeah.
Because that's what you do when you're a publisher. Um, but so I don't draw on those days, and that's fine. Um, but then, on the other days, you got to catch up, or you're just too tired because the body just does not keep up, or I have a raging migraine again.
Yeah.
Um, So yeah, like I'll do a ton of other things, and I don't not work. It's just that art is just such a small part of it. Um, I
That's
wanted to
true.
get this campaign, like I wanted to get Lava Quarter 6 done in February. So that shows you how much I've been able to keep up. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep going. We're not quitting. It's just a hassle to keep up, and yeah, I'm just tired.
Think about
Yeah, I know, man.
Think about it.
Standing all day is not easy to.
Yeah, I hate doing it. Why am I even doing it? I don't love it anymore. I'm like, I'm gonna quit.
Well, no, I do love it. Don't get me wrong. Um, but it's currently just so much together with it, that is making it impossible for me to be able to do it regularly. I mean, I'm actually very happy with starting Sketchy Saturdays because it means that 2 hours of my week I have to be drawing. And it doesn't matter how tired I am, you can hear me complaining, but I'm doing it. And as much as I internally scream, I'm still going at it because it has to get done. And yeah, we got an audience, and we're all awesome people. So yeah, thanks for being here. And of course, we got guests, and you guys are awesome too, and you deserve the spotlight. So yeah.
Actually, that came as a surprise to me that I got invited.
Dude, you're always welcome.
Oh yeah, anytime. Everybody is invited anytime because you're awesome. So yeah.
I don't want to be. I don't want to be up in your grill all the time because I'm terrible company, and thank God you're not here because I didn't bathe this morning. So it's just like, dude, just make sure that don't invite me all the time because if I show up at the house and it's gonna be like, oh man, you stink. What's wrong with you?
You still smell like convention.
You smell like convention. Oh God, you smell like the last cosplayer. Oh God.
Oh boy. No, like, why wouldn't I invite you? You draw. You're awesome. Well, I think MarV invited you, but like nonetheless, like.
Yeah, I know. Marv invited me, so you didn't really invite me there, Mike.
No, the thing is, if I leave Marv to his devices, like every single week gets filled up. So I'm perfectly cool with it. I really don't mind. Marv invites cool guests, so hell yeah, keep going.
So I don't know about that.
I'm still waiting for. I'm still waiting for a couple of answers, replies, but as long as we are here, just having fun, I don't mind if people come if the guests are always the same. I don't care. I just want to have some fun and talk about cool stuff.
Enjoy our company. Have our own little cubicle of getting work done. Like that's the thing, it doesn't have to be all amazing and spectacular and always shilling, because that's not what this is about. This is about getting work done and hopefully, learn something while we're at it.
Yeah.
I do not like this last panel. Man.
At least one thing, you guys are getting me out of my comfort zone about not penciling digitally.
I really enjoy penciling digitally because it's just so easy to fix things. It's easier if you have a drawing display. I don't know if you do, but
yes, I am. I'm using my Huion tablet right now.
There we go.
But to me, it still seems foreign. Inking
Well,
not so much, but penciling does.
It takes getting used to, but I personally prefer inking traditionally and doing digital pencils. I just literally can't because mine is broken. But yeah, like it saves a lot of hassle, and you can fix things on the fly before you print before I print them out, and just start inking. But yeah, it saves a lot of paper. Let's say it like that.
That is true.
Let's
No, I'd rather be doing everything digitally right now. I'm just doing this just for the campaign because I really love the digital part. It's something that I never thought that I was able to like it because I was a purist a couple of years ago. And then when I start doing this, I just said, why am I doing traditional? I know it. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Because I'm a mess. My table is a mess right now. And when I'm doing digital, everything is just clean and perfect, and everybody can come and see any time of the day can see that everything is spotless in my drawing table. But when I'm doing traditional, man, this is chaos. And I make a lot of mistakes, and takes me a lot of time to do to clean those mistakes and to ink and whatnot. And I can just do everything digitally, just like that, fast.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And they're all tools. Like, there's no wrong way to do it. There's nothing wrong with digital. There's nothing wrong with traditional. And that's what a lot of people forget as well. Like, there is no one way to art. And if you prefer digital, then all the more power to you. I actually very much enjoy digital. I do enjoy digital inking. It's just that I prefer traditional.
Yeah.
The point is, does it look good? If the answer is yes, then you're doing a good job. So if I do it like that.
Oh man, I need coffee. Oh my god, I'm gonna fall asleep. I'm so
Yeah,
bored.
story of my
I
life.
caffeinate the richness stat.
Coffee IV stat. Yes, please.
I didn't drink coffee anymore. I drink tea because I'm British. I drink the British tea because it's tea time. Any time is tea time. Tea time o'clock somewhere. Just like Billy Ray Brooks says, or Garth Ellis, whatever his name is. The chap with the cowboy hat. Wait, they both have one. Trying to figure out which one it is. But it doesn't matter because it's tea time anytime. That's what the Queen says. God save the Queen. Yes, I make fun of them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're ugly.
Hey,
They're
good morning,
ugly.
Christine.
They're
Good morning,
not
Nita.
Italian men are.
Is that my wife's name?
Yeah.
I'm gorgeous. And I don't like English people because they're ugly and yucky.
But you married one.
I didn't marry. Well, I didn't marry an English dude.
Fair.
You know,
Fair.
that's variant rich. Variant rich marries dude. He right now. Variant rich is married to Variant Russell Allen, and he treats Russell Allen like like he's less than he is. I'm definitely the dom, and he's the submissive in the whole thing.
Oh my.
Oh, it's true. I go, Russ, make sure that when I get home, baby doll, that I got my slippers, my remote, my beer, and my sandwich waiting for me. and I need you to go back into the kitchen and wait until I summon you for my dinner. And he goes, yes, sir. Anytime. Please don't
Jesus
slap me
Christ,
left
man.
before. And I'm like, oh, only if you don't listen.
Right.
Oh, man, I can never say that. I actually really love him very much as a person. I do.
Yeah, I know. That's why you say it.
Well, I encourage him to say some really terrible things about me. And he's like, well, why do I want to do that? And I'm like, dude, trust me. You got to hear the shit I say about you. He's like, all right. You
All
believe what
right.
I say about you, man. He has a great wife and he has really cute kids. He's such a fucking trooper about that. He really is. Good man. Good man. Don't treat him right.
Yeah, my baby's watching. Hey, baby.
Hey, baby.
So, yeah. Hey, baby.
Oh my God. Baby.
So, Mike, do you have any more updates on the Radiant side?
Yeah, the colorist is done up to page number 19. So we're getting there. Should be a couple more weeks and then it'll be done. And we're going to fulfill together with Loughran 5, probably. It depends on how much littering I have to fix because the job that the artist did on that is not great. And I would rather fix it myself than to make sure that it's readable and doesn't have hyphens here and there that just don't make sense.
I'm sorry you have to deal with that. That's terrible.
Oh no, it's fine. I mean, the guy's from India. I really don't mind. He's doing a phenomenal job, like as art wise, and he does like he puts in the temporary lettering just so we
placeholder.
Yeah, it's a placeholder. Mm-hmm. And I don't mind doing the lettering. It takes me a couple of hours at most. But there's just things to fix, and that's fine. Don't like that's part of my job, so it's cool. But yeah, he just. But because the colorists work in Photoshop, the lettering is no longer vectored, and that is annoying. But yeah, you can't help it, right?
Yeah, no, we can't help anything. Girl can't help it. Girl can't help it. Oh yeah, girl can't help it. Girl can't help it. Girl can't.
Hey, good morning, Marinus, and thank you for the update, Christy. That's very much appreciated.
Yeah, Christy's out there in the chat.
Yeah.
Didn't notice. Oh, yes, she is.
There we go.
I see.
And yeah, got me out early this morning to draw digital.
Well,
did she make her campaign goal yet?
Sorry?
Did she make her goal yet for her campaign?
I'm not sure. Did you, Christy?
I haven't checked. Hold on.
Yeah, please tell us. We're gonna get you there. You should.
Yeah, we must have Christy in the show one of these days.
Yeah, we should.
Oh.
Oh my God. So many shadows because I'm lazy. I don't care.
My God, man.
I know, right?
Oh, she's awfully close. They saying she's at 94%. She got 6 days left.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Oh, man, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
And I'm saying it's a measly. She's only a measly $401 away from gold.
Oh, God.
Oh, come on, guys. Let's get her there. We can do that.
Here, hold on.
I'm
really sorry. Hold on.
Let me see. Where is mine? There it is. Time to do some more inks. Yay! I actually managed to get the page done.
God, good enough for me now. I fucking hate it.
So, what are people's plans for next week?
I have a convention.
Ooh.
I have a CovCon over in Covington in England, and it's a one-day show. And the next one I have after that, if I may say, is a one-day show in St. Albans in July.
Mhm.
Then that's it until London, which is in October, Liverpool, which is in November, and Telford in Wales, which is in December.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
With any luck, I'll have issue 3 done. Yeah, I'll definitely have chapter 3 done, and I'll be on my way with chapter 4. And if I can get chapter 4 done, that would be before the end of the year. That would be great. But I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to release something else. I'm not sure if I'm going to release one thing or another, or I may just wait till next year to release chapter 4 and then start on issue 1 with the other thing that I'm going to be working on, which I will reveal on June 1st. Because
Nice.
I'm going to start doing some art on it, probably tonight, or maybe either tonight or tomorrow.
All right.
Yeah. So I'll be writing and drawing 2 different comics, and I'm probably going to have. I'm going to see if I can get Phil Leone to color them or something like that. I mean, I'll figure it out.
Yeah, it's great.
Hey,
It's great.
if you want, my own colorist is looking for more work as well.
I'll think about it because I got to take out budget because I got to be the one paying for it. So.
Well, I'm pretty sure she's cheaper than Phil.
Yeah, I am gonna look at other people. I'm just Phil is the first one to come to mind because he's the only colorist I know.
Yeah, I figured.
Okay,
Yeah,
now that total for Christie is now that target number is $361.
Holy,
there we go.
holy Christmas, sweet Christmas,
Oh,
sweet Christmas.
There we go. Let's keep them coming, lovelies.
Let's keep going.
Always a struggle. Always a struggle.
Woo.
Yeah, if I had a better job, I would love to hire someone to draw the witch, our story that I wrote the last time I had a stroke. I was in the hospital and I wrote those 24 pages, and in my opinion, it's a great story. But yeah, I have an artist in mind, but unfortunately, with the job that I have, I can't hire him because stuff Mike knows. But yeah, that's a fucking story that I want to get out there, and hopefully hopefully I'll get some money soon. Soon? Well, I hope soon to hire someone to do it because my style doesn't match the story, but
Fair.
his style does. But if I can get him to do that story is gonna be, man, amazing.
I mean,
Great.
you can always talk to him. Prices are negotiable.
No, I understand how things work, and I understand that people need the money, and I wouldn't like to have someone telling me about making a story without money. So that's
Well,
it.
no. I mean,
You know,
not pay them, but like prices are negotiable. If this is a shorter story and it's a one shot, so he knows that it's just a thing. You can be like, hey, I can afford this much, but maybe if we put it as a low burn thing, um, we can do it over a longer time, and be like, hey, if you can do like, I can afford say 3 pages a month. Do you think you could work with that? Something like that.
oh
It doesn't
yeah,
have to be done every day.
yeah. I didn't thought about it. Yeah, I didn't
Yeah, like
thought
you don't
about it.
have
That's great.
to. Yeah, you don't have to drop in a lot of money right up from the bat. It's um, and if you want to respect his rates, then all the more respect from literally
Yeah,
everyone. But um, you can do it in more than one way, and you don't have to just immediately drop everything on him and be like, draw this, because one, it sounds disrespectful and it feels disrespectful for the artist. Um, but it also makes sure that both of you are a lot more involved.
yeah.
And you get monthly
That's
updates and you see what's going on.
that's a great idea, man. Thanks. Great idea.
Yeah, I do the same with my colorist. I can afford more than 8 pages a month for her. So I'm not like that's what we agreed on. So that's what we do. She doesn't overwork herself, and I don't have to worry about not being able to pay bills.
Okay. So, is anyone excited about Thor: Love and Thunder? Because I'm not.
As long as we follow what happened in the comic, then it will be one of the greatest comic book movies that I've ever seen. And the only one better than that is Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Hmm.
Zack Snyder's Justice League gave us the greatest cinematic moment in comic book movie history.
Fair
Hope
enough.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I don't know. I don't know.
Well, we'll see what happens. Essentially, I hope it's a good movie. And
Well,
other than
that's
that,
well, with all the ABCD, PTSD, STD community. I mean, I don't know. They just are killing everything with their identification and all those agendas. They are just killing everything that people wants to have fun, right? We want to have fun with great movies, and Disney is just bending their knees to those people. So I don't know.
well,
Maybe it will flop. My opinion. Same with Blade. I believe Blade's gonna suck, just like Marius did, because Disney, PG-13, and all the agenda they want to put in their movies. So I don't believe it. Honestly, I don't.
Is Blade going to be a PG-13 movie?
Oh yes, it will, and looks like looks like Daredevil's going to come back with Charlie Cox, but it will be a PG-13 also.
Oh my God.
I think Disney is just fucking us up, just because you can't have blood. You can have blood. You just have to have some goo, green or blue, whatever, like they did with Morbius, and you just have bad writing, and things that doesn't make sense, that just kills the story. And I think superhero movies have done a great deal back in the day, but right now I think with all these politics and agendas and identification politics and whatever, they just forgot to give people what they want, that is entertainment. Because we go to a movie to have fun and just forget about the day, forget about the mortgage, forget about any issues that we have, just to go there and have, a 90 or 120 minutes fun. And that's what they just are killing everything now. You're just trying to put all those crap down our throats, and they just don't care about that anymore. Because back in the day, you were excited with every single trailer that you was watching. When Thor came out, when Blade came out, when the Avengers came out, it was just that tiny little trailer, whatever. Back in the 80s, you were always excited to see a movie because nothing was there. If you see Morbius trailer, you see the movie.
Yeah.
You just see the movie. You don't have to spend money to watch it. So yeah.
That's the difference in marketing between then and now. Because back then, movies like that would normally not come out. They would not fund those type of movies. Now, since we got the attention of the masses here, I truly feel that they overmarket a lot of these movies just to get more people involved in the genre, as opposed to just letting the product sell itself. And that's what the real it's not the fact that you can't be inclusive. It's not that. It's just that they overmarket a lot of stuff.
Right.
Like, what makes the Avengers great? What makes any superhero movie great? What makes any superhero great? It's the fact that people can always find something that they could always relate themselves back over to. It takes each individual to have that own self-discovery, not somebody telling them you should like this because of this. And that's the one that bothers MarV more so than anything else, is that self-discovery is gone, because you got people on the corporate side of a lot of this marketing taking that away and saying, hey, we need to push this. And people will flock to this instead of letting people organically like something.
Yeah. That puts the hammer on the nail. And this is why I like having Joe on, because he does really very great descriptions and he's great at discussions.
I mean, that's kind of like the battle with my main flagship comic with Amazonia. It's like, until people read it, they would look at it and be like, okay, it's all right, until you read it. And then when people started reading the series, they're like, oh, I actually like this.
Yeah. No, I really enjoyed what you've put down so far. I'm actually gonna back all the physical ones as well. once you get around to launching. So yeah, you got my pledge, dude.
I mean,
We need to have fun
and it's
in
not
comics
like
and
needed. Character-driven stuff is needed
movies.
now,
Yes.
and that's what the
Yeah.
problem is. Like all the stories that we're getting now is kind of like thematic, and it's not character-driven. I want to be involved with something that's so character-driven that it's like I want to know what happens next to that character. You know, that's the stuff
Yes.
that we got away from movie-wise, comic book-wise, television-wise. I mean, we get it's like in a way we get caught up in TV series that how can I put this? It will have like this one major arcing event, and once they resolve that event, that show goes to hell in a handbasket because it wasn't really done in such a way where you're investing in the characters. You was investing in, oh, this one thing happened, it got resolved, and now the rest is meh.
Yeah.
They have a musical episode where someone jumps the shark or something like that. Nuke the bridge.
All right. I'm going to be right back. Let me mute myself for a second.
Okay. Well,
I understand your frustration, Mark. I do understand that frustration.
Yeah.
It's like you go and you want to have some fun, but yet here comes the overarching. This is why you should like it. You know, marketing behind it, and now you're up there like, now I want to pass on it.
Yeah, that's why I always go to the 90s and the 80s and 70s movies. And that time I was excited. I remember when the 89 Batman came out, the trailer. I was so excited because I just saw so little about the movie, and what they showed was amazing. You know, it was one of the trailers that just got me wanting to go to see a movie. I wanted to see that movie because the trailer was great. It wasn't showing basically anything that a little bit of action and a little bit of the characters, and you were excited to see it. And when I get to the theater, I was pumped. I was really, really, really excited about the movie. Today, I don't feel that. Today, I'm not going for several reasons. First, because the movie sucks. The mainstream movie sucks, in my opinion. I've been watching non-commercial movies lately with my wife. We've been watching a couple of movies in the week that nobody talked about it. Nobody even know what those movies are about. And we just at the end of the movies we say, why nobody talks about this movie? What happened to the critics? Nobody talks about this. Everybody's talking about, the superheroes, Marvel and DC, and crap movies that are coming up, like Fast and Furious. What the fuck is that? That's not a movie. That's just.
I love Fast and Furious. They are so. You have to respect the Fast and Furious movies because they are most unapologetically stupid movies you'll ever see in your life.
True.
I mean, the suspension of disbelief is added an extra dimension or two to the suspension of disbelief. It is just mind-numbingly
Sharknado.
And
Sharknado makes more sense to me. Sharknado makes more sense.
Sharknado is Gone with the Wind in comparison to fucking Fast and the Furious, because that's exactly what it is. It's like the most. It's almost egregious in how many bad things that it does about when it comes to storytelling with movies, and it still manages to make, I don't know, a few $1 billion overseas. It's just the funniest thing.
Yeah.
It really is, and it grosses hundreds of millions of dollars in the United States, and it's no secret what demographic it's trying to reach. It's unapologetic in its demeanor and what it is and what it's supposed to be, And the bigger and the beefier dudes and the tittier and the tittiest women, yeah, that's gonna be just fine as long as like the cars run. And Vin Diesel says about 5 or 6 times during the movie.
Yeah, but the thing is, I can't have fun with that. Unfortunately, I can't have fun. I can have fun with I don't know, with a Samurai Cop or something like that. I can have lots of fun, with that kind of movie. But
that movie is just such a wreck. It's like, I just have to, I mean, just the rite of passage of some kind, But there are movies that take themselves way too seriously, and they're absolute shit. And there's no denying that.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
Yeah.
There's no denying how much absolute crap they are, but it's just funny how it's like, I mean, that's all Hollywood has now. It just has sequels, and it has sequels and it has remakes.
Yeah.
You didn't need RoboCop or Total Recall, or you didn't need to remake any of that crap that we've seen before. And even and Star Wars doesn't need another. Star Wars in and of itself doesn't need another story, and if it did, it needs to be one that's vastly improved from the 3 that they had that they copied the first 3 off of. It's like it's just a continuous regurgitation. And what it does is it shows the generic taste in moviegoers' tastes. I mean, guys like you and I, we may have a tiny bit of a little bit more of a refined sense of what makes a good story, but as long as things blow up and there's girls dancing around cars and special effects and CGI gets cheaper by the year, so Sci-Fi Channel will have something that used to be Spielbergian about 20 years from now. So it's like, it's not going to. I mean, that's just how Hollywood is, and and they can afford to bury just about every single movie studio that they can think of because, God forbid you take away their little demographic of like whatever money that they have. It's sad but true.
Yeah.
Isn't that the real reason?
Sad but true.
Because you got too many people who have the money to make these movies saying, you know what, I'm not going to invest in that. I want to invest in something that I know will make money. Change this movie to include this, and this, and then you get my $100 million to make this movie.
That is essentially what happens, yeah.
When someone wants their kid in the movie, it's just like, have my boy in the movie. He has to do something with his life. And it's like, no, we don't want to help you with that because you suck. So does your money and all that other shit.
I mean, you're talking about Jaden Smith?
Huh?
I mean, you're talking about Jaden Smith here, or?
Oh, Jaden Smith? Jaden Smith should never have ever been in a movie, ever. I actually had
he really shouldn't. Oh my God.
What was the name of that movie that he was with his dad in? Something Earth?
No, I thought it was Happiness. I thought that was the movie.
But Pursuit of Happiness is actually really cool.
Very good movie. Yeah,
it was a very good movie. I'm talking about like the one where he's like the space pilot and shit, and
After Earth.
After Earth, after fucking Earth. That movie was made specifically for Jaden Smith, and then after that before the whole Slappy thing, when Jaden decided to say there was an entanglement, I think there was something about Jaden wanting to emancipate himself from his dad because he didn't do enough as a father. And I'm just like, pardon you? He gave you a movie, you turd.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
He's a stylist now. So, yeah.
Dude, don't worry about swearing here, by the way.
I don't care what he is. The only one with any talent in that family is Will Smith. Jada's like a bit actress. She's been like that for the past 20 years. And she's expressing her anger because, her husband's a better actor than she is.
Mm-hmm.
But, I guess that's an entanglement with a drug addict less than half her age. Good job.
She killed the one thing that would have gave her a claim to fame, and that was her role with Gotham as whatchamacallit. I forgot her character name in Gotham, but that was her claim to fame. She was for years. But nope, they wrote her off the show. And then brought her back only for like one episode. And that was it. Fish Mooney. That's what she could have rolled. She could have
Fish,
She could have been Fish Mooney, and everything, which to me, I'm up here, it's like, okay, they're up here trying to give you the basis where you could at least in like later movies maybe be roulette in later Batman movies. They're trying to set you up this way. Nope.
Nope. You done fucked up.
She was even in like 2 of the Matrix movies, and I'm like, how do you not capitalize off being in the Matrix movies? I mean, Jesus Christ, man! If you can't capitalize off of being one of the main characters in one of the more popular Matrix movies, then really, hang it up, or choose indie theater, or do something extravagant or provocative. Don't screw someone who's less than half your age and then go on TV and say it was entanglement. Sorry. And I do feel bad for Will Smith because his outrage, it looked like that was just like him taking out his frustration somewhere where he thought it would be safe, but it's not.
Yeah.
And he may lose his Oscar for that, which, you know what, in the grand scheme of things, who cares? Because it's not like he's going to lose a kidney or a child. It's just a stupid gold-plated statue made of nothing. Who cares? It's like, but when you have to do that on such a public forum and you think you're defending your woman, and it's like, she hasn't been his woman for the past, I don't know how many decades. It's like, dude, walk away from her, man. Get yourself a real lady who isn't going to say to everybody in the world that she had an entanglement with a child.
Yeah.
And you know what? If my son told me that he wanted to emancipate himself from me because I didn't do enough for his movie career, I'm like, okay, you go. Good luck.
Yeah.
Bye.
What movie career?
Bye. You kind of suck as an actor anyway, kid, if you're going to talk to your own father like that. God bloody hell, man. Good luck.
Yeah. That's
Good
true,
luck. Good luck. Go be an androgynous model on Paris or something. There's a market for that.
There's a market for that.
Yeah, there's a market for that. I'm not even trying to be brutal or funny. It's like the amount of privilege that some people have. It's outlandish.
Yeah,
it's outlandish. It's like that person has never had to get his hands dirty in his entire life. And and then people turn to him for wisdom, and it's like, Ricky Gervais said it best. It's like, you're all dumb. Greta, the environmental girl Greta has a higher education level than the majority of you. Pick up your little awards, be pretty, say something stupid so we can all point and laugh, and then go away. And you know what? I'm really happy. I'm not happy about this pandemic, but the things that came out from this.
Yes.
That it's like there are so many more things that are important in this world than celebrity or or gossip or whatever the hell it's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't. We may talk about. I may talk about Jada Smith. I may talk about Johnny Depp. And the fact that he got kicked off of his whole movie series that he started just by hearsay.
Yeah.
And Amber Heard is still acting.
Yeah.
It's still going to be on Aquaman 2, and it's like if she's on that movie, I ain't seeing that shit. You know, and if I was Jason Momoa, I'm like, bro, if you don't throw her off the damn movie, I'm off of it. And that's like it, you know, because hopefully she'd be replaced at that point. You know, but it's just an incredible hypocrisy with all the things that you see. You know, that they hold themselves, they hold themselves to a higher standard, but you know, they're worse than we are. They're far worse than
Usually, yeah.
I say it's tame in comparison to what those bastards do. You know, it's almost sad, really.
No, it's infuriating, honestly. Like,
Infuriating.
it's critical.
It's like this isn't something that should be important. This isn't something that should be important. There are children and women dying in the Ukraine because of some senile, impotent little judo guy who, you know, longs for the days of the old Soviets where he used to masturbate to like the Russians, the Russian anthem. You know, and it's like, no, I'm serious. And when I say that, I'm like, that's the only thing that gives him any pleasure. You know, some sort of militaristic thing that's been dead for the past 30 years. You know, you have a whole bunch of old people who rule this planet who are hanging on to something that they were never involved with.
Not wrong. Definitely.
I'm not wrong. You know, it's like none of these world leaders, you know, they talk about, oh, let's make sure there's no Nazis around. And it's like, you weren't even alive when there were Nazis.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, you were all still in, like, you were genetic material at this point. You weren't anything. You weren't born until the 60s. You know, that's when, like, your mom and dad were having sex at Woodstock. And now you're conservative? Really?
Mm-hmm.
Man, it's like a grift. It is like a grift, dude. It really is.
That's just like I'm happy that you said that. It's like let's make sure that there's around, but yet you go and read all the stuff about it, and then you come back. It's like, you know what? Some of those principles were actually kind of right. It's like, wait a second, you're saying you don't want Nazis around, but yet you want to participate in those principles? That doesn't make sense.
Well, it doesn't. You see, it doesn't make sense for people like us because we know it's completely incorrect. But people like that, they will do anything they can to continuously perpetuate that type of need for attention on that type of level, or some sort of like, you know, all it really is just some sort of little tiny baby grab for power that they're losing terribly. That they know that eventually they're going to be supplanted, and they're doing everything they possibly can to stay relevant and hopefully try and make it illegal to change a bunch of things based on race, based on gender preference. You know, that whole stupid shit about what was it, the Don't Say Gay bill down in Florida? It's all theater. He doesn't give a shit if anybody says they're gay or not. He's just doing that to make sure the old people feel comfortable that the gay people are not going to make them gay. I mean, really? You're not going to make me gay? I can hang. I've hung out with a bunch of gay dudes at a couple of gay bars, and I'm like, wow. I feel like getting it in the butt today now that I'm here. No, it doesn't.
That's totally how it works.
You know, it's so stupid. You know, it's like, let's make sure our kids aren't gay. And it's like, they're going to be gay if they're going to be gay. I mean, they're going to be straight if they're going to be straight. Who cares? It's not like, well, what's going to happen? They actually think, maybe it sounds like they're trying to make it seem like once a gay person goes into a room of 100 state people, it's like the gay Dunning-Kruger effect virus thing, where it's like you're gonna not only gonna be stupid, but you're gonna be gay too, and that's gonna be the end of humanity because we're all gonna want to have gay sex and not have kids. And it's like no, the gay people or transgender. There's like less than a 1/1,000,000% of the population of the planet. You're worried about that?
Yeah.
You know, come on. And you know, and you got simpletons, you know, like the ones who vote for Trump, You know, it's like, come on, man. You know, that's all you got. You let a failed reality TV star / businessman / child molester as president of the fucking United States. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, talk about a joke that went
That
on for
was
too
the
long.
follow-up of Barack Obama? Really?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Barack Obama, I'm gonna hope to God I say it without sounding like he's well-spoken. He's one of the most brilliant men that have ever been president in the history of the United States. Period. I don't give a shit what anybody says. He's a brilliant man.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know, he's a brilliant man. He's poised. He's awesome. The world loves him. And he's the best president. He's the most prototypical president because when he was a kid, his mother took him and his siblings and they lived all over the planet. So before this guy was 15, he got a taste of just about every single culture you can think of. So that means that it's like, holy shit, this guy knows what it's like to be in these situations. So he relates to things, you know, and he did everything by himself, you know, and then it's like, then you get Trump, whose daddy literally gave him every single thing that he ever had in his entire life. And he still managed to screw it up. And that's what you call a man of Jesus?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder why. You know what it is? People, when it comes to stuff like that, when it comes to the wokeness and stuff, now I'm sure all of us, it doesn't even go without saying. And it's like, if you're transgender, all right, cool. If you're gay, all right, whatever. I'm going to get a slice of pizza. Would you like one? You know, it's just like, I don't give a rat's ass. But, you know, when people say that you're evil if you don't like people like that, or you're evil if you don't address somebody by their proper pronoun, that's kind of pathetic. It's kind of stupid. And it's just like, all right, I'm sorry. Let me learn these 81 new pronouns while I'm having lunch. No.
Yeah, that's so stupid. So stupid. Yeah.
I don't care. You know, if anything, I have sympathy for people who are transgender, because if they really are transgender, they're trapped in a body that's not theirs. I can't imagine that fucking horror. You know, being in something that you're not supposed to be in, that's really horrifyingly bad. You know, I can't even imagine that feeling. You know, but, you know, don't tell any one of us that we're cretinous bastards because we don't know what proper pronoun to tell you. Yeah. Sorry, you know, we're kind of new at this. We're adjusting. But no, you know, it's just continuously perpetuated from both sides of the aisle. You know, the ones who have the dumbest voices are the ones that are the loudest. You know, I mean, listen to me. I'm as loud as fuck. So that really doesn't make me well qualified for a lot of things. But, I mean, you know, it's like everybody takes themselves way too damn seriously. And you're right. I mean, before MarV, you were talking about all that woke stuff. You're right. It's like the world is not giving any of us a chance to understand. It's not even so much an acceptance thing; it's an understanding thing. Mm-hmm. You know, case in point. I was watching an episode of season 3 of Star Trek Discovery. Right? Does anybody here watch that show?
Oh yeah.
I have watched it.
In the 3rd episode of issue 3 of season 3, the engineer, the guy engineer, the blonde guy, he's working with Adira. Now Adira is a pretty feminine sounding name, okay, and she is a chick, but she looks like a girl, like a thick girl and stuff. So he goes. Well, anyway, Adira was great with this. She helped him with it. And then Adira got this face on like she just carved out a baby out of her bosom. And she goes, "Excuse me, I identify as they." And the gay guy is like, "Oh, I didn't understand that. Let me help you with this one. I will be nice to you." And I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, you know what? This is the 30th century that this show is based in. Do you really think that they would be this close-minded 800 and something years from now?
Really? And the thing is, why they identify themselves as they? Because they have multiple personalities?
Well, in that character's case, yes.
Yeah.
Because I did watch
But
it.
now I'm talking about the real world.
Well,
Are they?
the one. Okay.
Is there a
I actually
community?
don't
A
know.
community
I
of
actually do not know
of multiple personalities?
I
So I
actually
don't
do not
understand
know
it.
why. I do not know why. When I meet someone who is transgender, I will ask that person, why would you identify yourself as they? I mean, because I would want to understand.
Yeah.
Because far be it from me to tell anybody how to live their lives. Live your life the way you want. Just don't tell me that I'm a piece of shit if I don't understand it. Educate me. Tell me what the deal is, and then I'll be like, okay, it's not going to be that much of a stressful thing. You know, people get upset about, we can't say Merry Christmas. Yes, you can. Say Merry Christmas. And if anybody gets insulted as a result of a well-wishing to a stranger, then, then they're the ones that are closed-minded in all forms of life.
Yep.
You know, it's like, happy holidays, okay, Merry Christmas, whatever. That's a greeting of well wishes during a holiday season. And it shouldn't matter what holiday is. It's like Happy Kwanzaa. Okay, cool, thank you. Merry Easter, whatever the hell it's going to be. It doesn't matter to me. And it shouldn't matter to anybody else. But the sensationalism of every single thing, and the screaming and the yelling and the anger and the avarice that's perpetuated as what's supposed to be normal is what, it permeates into, pop culture. I mean, I don't know when was it? The first gay character that I remember was North Star from Alpha Flight. Does anybody remember?
Yeah, same here. I was a little kid when I knew that he was gay, and I loved that character when I was a kid.
Yeah, I was working at Marvel during that time. It was in 1997, and I looked at some of the color proofs of that particular issue, and one of the editors showed it to me. He's like, "Rich, I want you to check this out," and I go, "Okay, sure." So I look at it, and I'm like, "Whoa, holy shit! Did he just do that?" And it's like, he admitted that he was gay, but the way it was done, it was natural.
Natural, yeah.
You know what I mean? It didn't say like, "Hey, look, the first gay issue." It didn't say. I mean, that issue of Alpha Flight wasn't like all new, all different, all gay comic book. It wasn't that. It was just like North Star was fighting someone, and then he revealed, "I am gay, and that doesn't make me less than a person." And I was like, all right, North Star's gay. Who gives a shit? He could fly at the speed of light. That's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. Let's move on.
Yeah, let's move on. But that's the problem now, because it's like, I'm gonna make sure that every single person is either a lesbian or gay or transgender or something like that to fill some sort of like quota type thing, where it's like you must include this, and it's not a question of whether a person of that type of gender preference needs to be included. I mean, just like, showing boobs in a movie, or just because, or like having a collection of swords in the movie or whatever it is, there has to be a reason for that to happen.
Yes.
And there's two things. There has to be a reason as to why there's nudity or swords or dragons, and it has to be something that isn't supposed to be like some sort of message preachy thing that it's like, okay, this is it. That's what it is. Move on. Like in Aliens, when Ripley first talked to the Marine guys and stuff like that, they thought she was like a little flower and everything. Then when she got up in Vasquez's face, they're like, oh shit, she's the real deal. She ain't no pussy. And she's like, I hope you're right. I really do. And when she rescued her, she immediately got the respect that she obviously deserved. And then him showing her how to like load the guns and all that stuff. And even that personal talk between the two of them was like, I don't want that to happen to me. What happened to those colonists. And he's like, hey, if it comes to that, I'll just do us both. And that's like a show of respect. It's like, I don't care that you're a chick. You're fucking awesome. And you deserve that respect because you saved us. And everybody like winds up liking her because of who she is, and not because she's a real independent woman or some shit like that.
Yeah.
it's not like it's not like whenever she gets into like an action scene, Beyonce starts playing. It's like, what the fuck, man? It's like, don't make it a fucking presentation. Don't say it's better because a woman did it. And I'm like, no, it's because a person who's qualified to do it is doing it. I don't care if you're a woman, an ape, or a fucking blade of grass. I don't give a shit. Just.
And now you have like 50 kind of genders. And just came up one to my mind right now. One to my mind right now. If anybody just identify themselves as lesbian males, okay, that's another one. That's another nonsense that I just made up, and I don't know, may stick a little bit. Lesbian males, come on, guys. Who's lesbian male right now? I might be one of them, but I don't know.
I know a cartoon about that, and it's hilarious.
Yeah, it's just so stupid how many genres they come up from their asses. Just nonsense, just nonsense. So here we go. You have another one.
It's the individual trying to be the most individual, and individualism
out of all the shit that they do.
Well, look, like being an individual and having your own thing and that and wanting to be special, that's fine. That's normal. That makes you human. However,
nobody's special, so yeah.
Exactly. Nobody's special. Your specialty and your uniqueness comes from the things you do, not what you call or what you say.
Yeah. You must be special to your father, to your wife, girlfriend, whatever, but that's it. In my opinion.
And you're not worth a damn. Like, seriously, like you're not worth anything until you've done something.
Yeah.
It's what you contribute to humanity as a whole. Regardless of gender preference, regardless of religion, regardless of color or anything. It's what you contribute as a human being to the well-being of other human beings, or to the advancement of other human beings that you inspire or you lean from. I mean, that's how we're all supposed to evolve as humans, that we all learn from each other. Ook the caveman, and his pal Oog, they were like, how am I going to cook this meat? Holy shit, what are we going to do? And then Lana, or Lino, the other caveman guy, was like, hey, look, I got fire. And this steak tastes really friggin' good.
Yeah.
Look, here's the thing, right? Everyone here...
Lino taught Oog and Ook how to make the fire. And it's like, all right, now we all have steak.
Here's the thing that I find about people that scream that much on the internet. They have too much free time on their hands. And don't get me wrong.
They only use one hand when they're typing.
Here's the thing. Like, and this is something that I find in real life. I find it on the internet, wherever. I mean, there is enough youth in Amsterdam just hanging around literally every single day because they don't have anything to do and they don't want to do anything. And every single time that they get, like, one of those people gets called out or needs to do something, what ends up happening is that they're pointing a finger, I don't like this guy, or this happened to me at work and it wasn't fun, so I quit. And then they got all the time in the world again because they don't want to do anything. They don't want to be responsible. They don't want to own up to the things that they have to do. Because if they do, then it means they actually mean something.
One of the things that I think what happens is that, there's a lot of romanticism about all the battles and all the struggles that humanity has had to endure as it evolved. But necessity is the mother of invention, and the amount of inventions to make life easier on all of us has, to a mild extent, made us dumber. Because now,
to a mild extent.
Well, yeah, I was trying to be kind. You know, and
Yeah,
the
no,
problem with that now is that you have a generation of people who have never been told no. And you also have a generation of people now who never had, I mean, you have a generation of a lot of artists who are younger who, you know, don't have to go to the library and look up the Dewey Decimal System to find a book that has 1 or 2 pictures of a rhinoceros that you have to friggin' draw. You know,
Mhm.
I mean, you don't have to subscribe to a magazine anymore, to National Geographic, and wait for that particular issue to look up for that certain type of reference that you're supposed to get. You know, I mean, everything is really literally at anyone's fingertips, and there's no discipline in order to get a lot of that stuff that you look for. You know what I mean?
And yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's the thing. Like, there is no more discipline. You don't have to be disciplined anymore. You don't have to have a work ethic, or at least, well, you do have to have a work ethic. There's jobs aplenty everywhere. Okay, I'm sorry, not in the United States, but like there are plenty of jobs, and you can do pretty much any job you want. But
Yeah.
you're gonna have to start at the bottom, and nobody wants to start at the bottom anymore.
Mhm.
You don't want
Very
to
true.
learn the basic skills to be a worker, which is discipline, which is getting up on time, which is doing the thing that you have to do, doing the job that's in front of you, even if it's not fun.
Yeah.
Because trust me,
Be
I'm not having fun
responsible.
drawing right now. I don't care. It needs to get done. It's my deadline. People are depending on me to get it done, so I'm gonna do it.
Oh, I'm having too much fun at this point, man. I'm like, I love this. You know, this is like, I mean, I love this I love this conversation we're all having too. By the way, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, totally.
Like, you think what that if you're right though, because it's like it's something that you feel like you have to do, and
Yeah.
you know, and I'm not so much jealous of this new generation where it's like everything is handed to them. More power to it. And I actually hope that in the United States, you know, college actually becomes free. It would be, you know, without any
Yeah.
type of hesitation whatsoever. And then you have a nation of brilliant people. But, you
Yes.
know, there are people who don't want that. You don't want anybody who's smart because then, you know, they'll figure out the grift.
Mhm.
So have a nation of dumb people who, you know, think angels are more real than, you know, climate change. You know, it's sad, but you know, this is what happens when you have an uneducated mass. This is what happens when you have people screaming all over the place about their alleged feelings or inequality and whatnot. And it's like this is what happens when you take away any type of critical thinking. This is what happens when you force other types of things down other people's throats and you're not giving anybody a chance to understand or to communicate or to learn about you know, an entirely different cultures, entirely different, you know, entirely different genders, where it's like I said before, just because you hang out with someone who's transgender, A, it doesn't mean they're going to be a child molester. B, it doesn't mean that they're gay in any type of practical sense. C, they're not going to want to have sex with you. D, it's not going to make you a transgender person or make you gay. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
get over it. Get over it. But the bottom line is that a lot of things when it comes to people's motivations, it's fear. And notice that it's less. Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering. And, you know, that's why you have Putin. That's why you have Trump. Because everybody's afraid. Everyone was afraid of the big black president with the big black penis who has a bigger penis than Trump does, or George Bush. And it's like, oh no, he's going to make white people slaves. And it's just like, that's the rallying cry. When I was living in North Carolina when Barack Obama was elected president, I was working that night in part-time at a pizza place because I was bored. I have never heard the N-word in my life as much as I did on that day. And it's funny because there was a bunch of people who were black men and women who were in that bar, that pizza place, and they all heard that too. I can't say
Yeah.
that they were very pleased about it. So it's like it's like how do you live? And there was even a girl. Holy shit, man! It was the funniest thing. He goes, I don't know why I don't trust Barack Obama. There's something about him that makes me feel uneasy about him. I just can't put my finger on it. I'm like, if you touched him, yeah, you would put it on the finger on it, because you would be touching his beautiful melanin gifted skin. And that's what you hate privately, publicly, but you love it privately. And we know what we're talking about. La 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 la.
Right. On that note, we're about 1 hour and 50 minutes in. So, Rich, where can people find you?
I finished a page of artwork.
Hell yeah.
Look at that nasty
stuff.
Yeah, I was watching that too. Yeah. Enjoy this too.
I'm awesome.
Yes, you are. Where can people find you, dude?
Here on Facebook and my YouTube channel called The Richness, where not only do I draw awesome stuff live as it happens, but there is an occasion where I have a couple of people show up and draw with me, which I'm hoping I can do tomorrow, aside from the Madness Draw stream or whatnot. Because I like when people just show up and just, do all sorts of cool stuff on the channel. So, yeah. And this is a page from the Incantessi, my graphic novel series, Chapter 3, which will be out in August. So, ta-da.
Nice.
Check it out.
Nice.
That's yummy.
Right. Joe, where can people find you?
Right there on the screen here, there's my link tree. You can hit me up on my link tree here. Actually, that's the actual sketch right there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on where I could, do some embellishing with inks and stuff and everything with it. But that's pretty much the basic sketch there. But let me kind of blow that up for you guys so you can see exactly.
Let me make you big for a second.
Nope, wrong one.
Yeah, I'm not a hero on StreamYard. There we go. Let me flip us around so you are on top. And
that's the wrong.
There we go.
Hold on. There we go.
There we go. Looks great, dude. Looking forward to the comic, seriously.
Very cool.
Yeah. That's a kind of like previews of what's to come later on in the series here. Issue number 7 is we're planning to launch in May, sometime around the 20th, 21st, or 22nd. Right now, I'm saying 21st, which means that most likely I'm probably going to be launching on my show as a whole here, but it is what it is. But it's been a pleasure to be out here to draw with you guys digitally here. And
thank you for being here, man. It was a pleasure. Anytime.
So, Marv, where can people find you as we look up at a dead rat?
You can find me on Facebook, MarV the Sim Killer, and on Instagram also MarV, I think, if I don't.
MarV the Sim Killer.
Yeah, something like that. Or hashtag Gabriel Reaper of Souls. That will be the next chapter of the Sim Killer coming out in June, hopefully. Yeah.
Sweet. Well, I've
been your host. Here, guys. Sorry.
I've been your host, Mike Jimmy. And I want to thank the people that got their copies of Loughran 5 and all the variants that we have, because we got a few. Ooh,
show them.
Hell yeah. Here they are. And this one is by a Portuguese guy that I know very well.
I have no idea who the hell that is.
Yeah, no. There's only one person that could make my creatures into Eldritch Horror. And it's a good old MarV. And with that, I want to thank everyone for coming out and for watching. And I hope you enjoyed the show. And we will be back next week
Wait.
on another
Oh, yeah.
Sketchy Saturdays at 10 a.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. UK.
Take care, sinners.